So it was May the 1st, 2024. Not that far from my birthday when this motherfucker removed my hair just like he did Baron Samity's in the astral plane. I feel something trying to fucking control me right now very, very tightly. With that being said, now I'm moving very wobbly. Hey, how you doing, sis? I like your hair wrap. You're welcome. Like, I'm gonna say this right now. Yesterday, that evil motherfucker took over my fucking soul consciousness, and the minute I acknowledged it, I'm feeling wobbly and all of that. Astro soul consciousness, and my spirit guides, my higher selves, spirit team were trying their best. Lord, I hate this fucking mess because it seems like all of this shit is aimed towards attacking my lone child spirit guide who's already in a wealth of pain and don't need what's happening to her to happen. I had to do some spirit work on my own. Oh, sorry. Okay, so with that, oh wow, that sounded like I was that kind of reminds me of how back when I lived in that motel in Santa Monica, right during the whatchamacallit of this curse, I was shown at one point when I had a lot of my soul consciousness and everything being divested from me, that, you know, it's like the old colloquial saying, the world is a stage. The world is a stage. And I saw that, you know, there were green screens where there should be regular scenes of reality at. And that showed me right there we're living in the Matrix, you know, as well as our astral bodies that look like astronaut bodies. So with that being said, continuing on, this is some evil shit. My poor fucking spirit guides tried to remove Barbara and them with all they fucking roach attachments the other day, and her consciousness is filled with that shit. And you know, it's something, you know, I'm trying to get the story on that. I remember right at the start of this curse, hearing her talking with her psychiatrist, who she actually placed in the hell realm as well, a roach realm, I believe. And, you know, I tried my best to get her out. Her last name is Donahue. And she was actually begging me for help right at the start of this curse. I may have to do something. I'm just gonna Some's got to give with this evil shit, 'cause it's just getting worse and worse, and something gonna have to be done with that damn AZZtec entity. Like I said, he removed my head on May the 1st, 2000. 2024, 14 days or 15 days before my birthday. Now these evil motherfuckers are doing something to fuck with my access to my highest selves by fucking with my spirit guide and fucking with my consciousness very bad with that damn Martinez entity. Hold on. Okay, this is some evil ass shit. So anyways, with that being said, like I said before, your consciousness contains your connection to your higher to highest selves and all of that. And so, when that gets fucked up, without it, you're fucked. Without it, you don't live. You don't even exist. Not that long after I was told I died in my sleep, I had them imbibing my consciousness. It was Baron Samity and I think 3 of the people that's involved in putting the curse on me, and they set me up to be in Phantom Workday's realm. It's a lot of fucked up shit going on. There's some conspiracy with them wetbacks who put this shit on me to steal his power. It's a deeply layered thing. Is that a big ass cat? Hey, how y'all guys doing? It's a multi-layered thing that that's why you have to be with this genuinely careful of what you have to say. So with that being said, like I said, I did an article showing that they had wetbacks that were going to ultimately try to steal our spiritual abilities and powers in the future. And so I don't want that falling into the hands of them bean bags, them wetbacks. Heard him say Trisket or something. I know that's some connotation for a hooker. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, so anyways, with that being said, that's I'm just gonna say it like this. That was some scary shit to have that motherfucker trying to function right now while he's fucking with my consciousness, that damn Martinez entity. From what I understand, going back to a timeline where it's supposed to be in a timeline where I talked about wetbacks on a podcast. I'm going to say something right now. I kept saying that when you look at their creator gods, they come from evil spirits. And they come from a star system called Benares. I want you to look at these Cambodian, Laotian demons and then look at their gods. when a motherfucker is looking like a Picasso painting in the astral plane, it's oftentimes because it's a poor spirit that's done turned into a demon because they've been stuck in hell realms for so long. It's done happened to me, from what I understand. I look like a fucking Picasso painting, meaning I'm fucked up. And I'm trying my hardest and my best to overcome where I'm at. You know, again, it's something to do with Santa Muerte's realm and all of that being stuck there, and a conspiracy of just all of this evil shit. My higher self at one point was connected to one of the motherfuckers who put this shit on me, of keeping me out that August the 22nd, 2022 timeline, trying to kill me off. Astral body harvest. It's a whole fucking whatchamacallit. With that being said, I can hear evil ass spirits plotting and planning right now as I talk. They put that damn Martinez entity to make sure I never come back. And I'm going to say this, if you want to get rid of that wetback tulpa, Santa Muerte, frankincense along with black tourmaline works, and it works very effectively. Extremely effectively. I haven't felt her around. I haven't felt that presence since I started wearing it. And I get it from some brothers up there. Really, really cool guys. Islamic brothers. Right up the street. Really good people. Very nice people. I play ruckus my own damn self to get this shit off of me. You know, that's why my eyes look all fucked up. You know, I got placed in Baron Samity's, his realm, Hecate's realm. You know, again, they've been trying to take away my successorship to become the next Hekate, give it to Zendaya's higher self. And I've been planning on doing a video talking about her rash and them guards and the correlation between her and that. She ended up in the hospital or something, the emergency room. Meanwhile, she had a whole bunch of guards following her because, you know, supposedly she got a rash. And then again, with a cooking incident, and, you know, that, you know, I remember they kept saying, going back to that August 22nd, 2022 timeline where I died in my sleep, that something happened. The girl who took over my body, I still believe that to be the case, died in around 2016. And I think the incident when Zendaya happened at around, I'm going to go ahead and actually 2017, somewhere in that time frame. It was sometime in that time frame, 2017. And she came out looking different, and from what I understand, she one of the people that took my shit, and I believe it. You know, Baron Samity at one point showed me. And so I believe it. The better aspect of them. You know, I've been meeting like different aspects of different gods. Like when you're in the Roach realm is what makes you you. It's the building blocks of you. When you're stuck in there, it's like you're stuck in the twilight of different timelines where you're seeing a certain aspect of different gods and people. Where they got me at is currently in the spirit plane. Like I said, I look like a fucking Picasso painting in the astral plane as well as in the spirit plane. When you see me. I mean, these motherfuckers trying to turn me into a demon. How you doing, sir? Yeah, I'm told I'm surrounded by entity attachments of people, not real people, and I got reason to believe it. That something crazy done happened. So, anyways, with that being said, I've encountered like different gods, goddesses, while in the intranquil realm. Ah. Nah, stop. This is some evil ass shit. I got some evil ass shit that's trying to tear my ability to put myself back together again. Just now, this Dan Arcienega entity, like I say, May the 1st, 2024 was when he removed my head from my body, and is now trying to disconnect me from my the higher self. There's so much deception going on within, it's not even funny. I can't even get adequate spiritual abetment. With that being said, like I say, if I try to reach out for spiritual help, I keep seeing the highest self of this bitch here, or the woman that's off screen who gave me the tarot reading. Popping up. Again, it's and keep trying to block me from being able to escape Santa Huerte's realm, as well as get out of this hell. From what I understand, her and people, Alex Nacimiento or something, have an agreement along with her, Santa Huerte, who wanted to get my ancestral money as well as his, Baron Samity's, You know, I kept hearing they wanted to turn me into the next Santa work and keep me stuck in hell realms and make me look like a wetback. Come on, man, get the fuck out of here. And started doing that by having me and my child self, my real child self, little black girl, as a child, going around taking people to hell realms, attacking people and shit. That shit out of here. Hey! Roommate, poor girl, she all drunk. She ain't strung out, she all drunk. But, hey, how you doing, sir? Beautiful dogs.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Yeah, so, so this motherfucker keeps hounding me and fucking with me. And like I said, all them evil entities have some agreement to keep me stuck in hell realms. You know, them people who put the curse on me, working with Alex, not seeing me entering them, and I'm hoping not bearing Samity of that August 22nd, 2022 timeline. As well as Saints, and I know he was one of the ones that took me out of my body. And it's because I got rid of a soul contract with him, which stipulated that he can take me out and put me in the hell realm at age 50, from what I was told while I was in jail by them road spirits. I don't know what's going on. Like I say, that's why I went to them people for a tarot reading a while back, and I'm just pissed that it backfired. You know, torrentially and tremendously. Really, really bad. Very bad. So with that being said, yeah, so with that being said, it's a lot of weird shit that's going on. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead and make this video. And there was a fucking woman. That's a guy. So anyways, I wanted to go ahead So anyways, you know, as I was saying before, the evil spirits look like a Picasso painting. Now with that being said, I wanted to go ahead and talk about an entity by the name of Theriel. While I was in jail, I kept seeing a lot of weird stuff happening around my parents, who almost ended up, well, actually they did. They got goaded into going into the hell realm of one of the people who put this curse on me. And they were stuck in the roach realm for, from what I understand, I thought it was 2 weeks, and I thought I had pulled them out successfully. But turns out it was for months on end. Hey. And, from what I understand, going back to that August the 22nd, 2022 timeline, whoever took over my body in that timeline killed them. I get an Ashley handstand, a Veronica Gilgy, Guidry or something. Somebody from Destrehan, Louisiana, sacrificed both of my parents, very good people. I noticed too that 2 weeks, this is right when I was living at the American Motel in Santa Monica, after I had gotten out of jail, I spoke with my mother. In my mother's voice, I was told by them roach spirits that they had attacked my parents. And when I spoke with my mother over the phone, I'll probably let you hear what's going on. It's different. She had a somewhat English German accent. In other words, she sounded exactly like that Barbara the Roach attachment. Ingrid Hybrid motherfucker that called me over the phone. Just like after my throat chakra, entity attachment connected to my throat chakra got taken, my voice sounded higher pitched. I had more of that, like, feminine German high pitched accent. I heard in the astral plane that David Rain, I'm guessing, is one of the, hey, how you doing, people here. And, I heard in the astral plane, quote unquote, no woman should be sounding that deep. Never mind the fact, a lot of us New Orleanian women have deep voices, and I'm black. And most black people than other races of people have a higher level of testosterone, both as females and males. That's just facts. So we have a baritone voice. That's just indigenous to us, and we can't help that. With that being said, I got to clear out these evil ass spirits, because it's like they're manipulation into not working, as well as some got to be done with these roach spirits that are very super sentient and literally by virtue make you a target in the astral plane for attacks. By their sentience, they connect you to the astral plane in such a manner where they make it extremely hard for you to escape the curse, and they allow shit to be able to come in and fuck with you. Now, with that being said, my mother's voice started to sound different. And maybe a couple of months later, I remember speaking with my mother, let me see the time frame. Maybe a month later, or I spoke with my mother over the phone, and my mother told me point blank when I asked her, how is my brother Kristen doing? She responds saying, who's Kristen? And I'm like, this is not my mother. My mother is a highly articulate, very intelligent, very perspicacious woman. There's no way in fucking hell this, she almost sounded like a fucking common ass Southern woman. This is not my mother. My mother is a very professional woman, not this. You know, she almost started to sound like a good timey ditzy type fucking person, and that's not her. That's not some trying to fuck with me right now, manipulate me. I'm gonna say this right now. I saw yesterday when my spirit guide was doing work that they had an entity attachment, I guess, meant to mirror their insanity that was made to look like your boy in the O.J. Simpson case, Michael Darden. Actually, a roach attachment extension meant to connect to the higher self of one of the people that cursed me, Ocala, Iacola, Giorgio's Iacola, something. You know, again, it's a confluence of a bunch of people from Malibu's higher to higher selves that put this shit on me. So, anyways, with that being said, that's not my mother. Something's done taken her over. I heard something took over her body, and right after I died, then people took the curse off of them. They were talking to them to get to me, and so they got taken out by the person that took over my body, and she's not helping them. She stole, as a matter of fact, a lot of their blessings in that timeline. Hey sis, how you doing? I love the way you look. You're welcome, baby. All right, so anyways, like I was saying before, you know, this curse just gets worse and worse and worse. They're making them people at the something work they shop my fucking higher selves even. Well, higher selves largely. Is at one point, and still is, I believe. That's how he was able to put his Raziel in here. His Quetzalcoatl was made my higher self, so they can control what happens to you. It is. With that being said, that motherfucker's a curse, and I've been trying to get him out of my timelines and all of that, and get my shit back from him. You know, everything. You know, especially so I can be able to come back into the world of the living. You know, like I said before, from what I'm seeing, something's weird. Something weird done went down. So with that being said, let me talk about Theriel. Now, it's describing the Aztec gods as being evil spirits. They look like Picasso paintings, and that's because they got stuck in hell realms for a long period of time. I heard the same thing happen with Goddess Kali. The blue beings are actually living, existing entities. There were actually people called the Fugates of West Virginia who had natural blue skin. So people with blue skin color actually exists. And it's not caused. There was something that a chemical that people would take. I'm trying to remember a dye, but these people never took a dye. And when they bleed brown, chocolate blood. Now, with that being said, when you see somebody looking like a Picasso painting in the astral plane, like with me, that's because they're stuck in hell realms. And that's the intention of this curse, to keep my ass stuck in hell realms for the rest of my life. Now, with that being said, Theriel, when my little baby brother here, Brian, died, you know, now that I think about it, my poor father, when I was trying to help him escape that hell realm, when I saw him, he had, because they placed him in a roach motel, him and my mother, for a long period of time. And they had wetbacks supposed to be looking out for him, but they were raping my mother and everything else, from what I heard. They placed him, my dad had roach bites all around him, and he looked like they kept, them roach attachments I got, spirits kept dubbing him the Elephant Man, because he looked so bad from being in that realm. It's kind of like very similar, so not something breaking my consciousness apart as I'm talking about this. There's some trying to put in the fucking thought that's going to fuck me up with this evil shit, and they don't want me talking certain things. Like I say, they do something where they remove your etheric walls, where your consciousness is so close to the astral plane they can physically affect something, and that's where I'm at. Now, anyways, within 2 weeks, okay. All right, so anyways, I'm just trying to get in my thoughts. My dad was looking fucked up. Now, when my brother died, there was an entity, from what I heard while in jail, from them spirits, them road spirits from there, called Theriel. And I was told that when my brother died, he shot himself as a result, partially because of the curse, the onset of it. He died back in 2012, and when I was a kid, like I said, I was a Satanist. He used to talk about, kind of like in baby vernacular, an entity called Demon following him, like demon. But it was probably playful and didn't want to do anything. Now I was told, this kind of reminds me of the Terminator, that these entities were going back in time like they did with pressuring me to choose Xavier Prep over De La Salle, getting me, I was told Alex Nascimento and Barbara the Roach attachment did that, so that they can get me caught up in the curse and so that they can feed. They were apparently going back in time. They did the same thing to my father. My father, I was told, this is pretty famous in my family, that he repeated kindergarten. And that's because they went back in time and cursed him even then and stole a large part of his consciousness that would have made him a fucking rocket scientist, somebody brilliant, somebody highly intelligent, but they fucked it up. This is some evil ass shit that goes fucking deep. So anyways, they went back into the past in 2012. This was like at the start of my spiritual journey and all of that, when I started wearing my natural hair, blah, blah, blah. And they got my brother to commit suicide by basically taking over his consciousness. Taking over his consciousness and telling him what to do. And it was apparently Alex Nacimiento, probably that Dan Arcienega entity, and a couple of other entities. So with that being said, hey, how y'all doing? They went back in time. Okay. My poor brother in 2012 shot himself with a shotgun. So I was told that when he was leaving our house, you know, I heard in the spirit plane, probably still even now it's true, as well as the astral, that Barbara and them, Ingrid Heiberg really, and all of them people that cursed me took over our childhood home, which is not a good sign. Her and her family and her ancestors. With that being said, my brother came outside still feeling corporal, just like I did after that Dan Arcienega entity dispatched me on May the 1st, 2024. And from what I understand, so anyways, with that being said, yeah, how you doing, sir? All right, so anyways, yes, ma'am, thank you. All right, anyway, so as I was saying, they took, hey, how y'all doing? They took, from what I understand, I'm trying to remember, from what I understand, my brother walked out. Just so like a door moved just now. And he thought Okay, so with that being said, my brother comes outside our childhood house. He sees this Theriel entity that, from what I understand, is supposed to have been in my father's family for generations, stalking my dad, because that's supposed to be his future self. From what I understand, because of this curse, my poor dad, who's a very, very innocent, humble man, I believe he was Mexican in his past life. Some molesty right here. It's kind of fucking weird. They were setting it up so that he stays stuck in hell realms. You know, I heard like be sacrificed to Santa Birthday, Quetzalcoatl, and all that shit. And you know, I even, from what I understand, in his past life, he even got swindled, his family, out of a lot of money. I saw that with the Alex Nacimiento entity that, you know, the Bina that put this shit on me, going back to his past life. So anyways, he automatically assumes that my dad, okay, is there to take care of him and help him out. This entity brings him to the jail cells of New Orleans and instantly starts raping him. And I'm going to say this, at the onset of this curse, one thing that I noticed is that they tried making by fucking with his consciousness and removing parts of it and all of that. This shit's like MK Ultra. Turning him into, you know, there's somebody on the PCH who did a lot of meth. I keep hearing Washington Place or something, who say he was under MK Ultra and had a rapist friend who would drive a red car. Let me see if I can pull that up.